You helping digging, darling? You love digging, don't you? So plan this afternoon. Usually have a couple of hours to and to do something after work usually. So the plan this afternoon with little darling, because she loves helping digging. It's actually her favourite. I'll show you. And big boy's got the ball. Hey, bud. Thank you. Oh. Oh no, darling. Ready? What? What, darling? Ready? Yes, bud. Oh, good girl. Oh. It's alright. They're so funny. It's alright, darling. Where's Zola's ball? Here it is. Ready? Send Zola. Oh. So yeah, the plan is this afternoon to cut this bank back nicely through here. So then there can be a path down here and then a path up there, and then I'll run a retaining wall out of blocks and stone that are laying around the property. We've got heaps of sandstone on the property, which is really good. So that will be a nice retaining wall through this area. So yeah, I'll just get this all cut out. Back on the little darling cam. You only care about the sand, don't you, darling? And Zola only cares about the ball. Well done. Alright, so little explanation probably on why I'm doing this, but you might not know, but there is groundwater. So when it rains, water will go into the ground and it will travel to areas, and then under places become wet because it's not proper drainage and whatnot. The other reason I'm doing this is to retain this wall of dirt up here. So I'll build a retaining wall that keeps all this top side, this side, and then that side down there can just be a path. And then I will dig a bit deeper, go through here. I'll dig a bit deeper around the shed through this area, and then I can put a drain in. So when water does end up coming down and into there, it will go that way, and I'll follow it all that way, and it will go back this way, and then I'll go down that way, and it can just go down into the land down there, which usually happens. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it, and then I can access on the top side quite easily, and then on the bottom side, and then it gives that separation nicely. But I'm not looking for any sort of like wheelbarrow access. I don't really care. I can always just come around the backside and be able to come into this area. No dramas. So we're a bit more than halfway done. Where the deck is down there, I reckon I'll cut a little bit more out of that later, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm just sort of like getting a bit from here and feeling the spot in here, because I think later on when this deck comes to here, I wouldn't mind this being a bit more level through here. So chuck a bit of dirt up in there. Alright guys, so I've just started lifting some stone and finding some stone around the property here. This one was laying around the back of the house, so this was a good start for the steps that you were about to see. And then the continuation of the brick wall, stone wall, whatever it is. So yeah, this is why I'm doing this, why I cut from there to there. So, as I said before, there's a lot of sandstone on the property, and I literally went for like a 1 minute wheelbarrow up there, and I was able to come back with this next bit that I'll shade this bank out now. The next step, as you can see, got the first one down. Shade this out, and then have that bit of sandstone just overlapping this bit of sandstone. That way I'll create a nice steps up to the deck that will come out this way. That way. So that will cut, that will, might need a little bit more out of there. So this is just one stack of rock that's going on around here. That's just concrete, but heaps of sandstone through, a few random pavers, some more conch. But I don't know if you can see up that far, but there's just like a couple of rocks of sandstone just in there. And then when you start sort of digging a bit, you reveal more, because the place is full of it. So I'm just picking from this pile what I need for the steps. There's a couple of little good bits around. And then I reckon I'll use a fair bit of this stuff here for the dry stack retaining wall I'll do against the house. But the process at the moment is just picking what I want and then chuck it in my wheelbarrow, that at this point in time has a heavily flat tire. And then yeah, just cutting the dirt out and making it work. So I'll have a little pick here, choose a bit, and then we'll be on. Shave that out, drop some dirt down into that little bit there. And then I reckon right there, because the deck, well, to be honest with you, I'll probably just make the deck suit the stairs now. So yeah, because obviously sandstone's a bit different than timber. So come up here somewhere. So this is where the dry stack wall will be, straight through there. So no mortar, no conch, nothing. Just literally stone on an angle, holding the bank back up by gravity and strength. So yeah, chuck that in now. Frankie's always around when there's a shovel, aren't you, darling? So progress. Oh god, darling, it was a tripod, my girl. That scare ya. So progress on the sandstone steps, bloody amazing. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've just shaped that last one out. I'm just going to cut that, fit that in, get it pretty good. But yeah, it looks You know, it's looking bloody beautiful. The sun in the arvo on this joint is terrific. There's April inside. Doom scrolling probably. Nah, she's probably not doing that. I shouldn't say that. But look at the arvo sun. So this is like just out of like the dead center of winter. Set behind that hill there. Boom. Straight in the window. Starts heating it up for the night time. Spot on. So pretty happy about that. I think it was this way. It was.
Whee.
Oh,
Fits like a glove.
perfect. Oh, I just broke that one. I'm gonna have to take that out. Oh, let's lift it up. Oh, you can. Oh, that's not too bad. What do you reckon?
I love it. I love it.
Run the deck through there.
Yeah.
That's like perfect.
Yeah, that's... Oh!
Wow. Happy about that.
Love it.
Yeah, you have a go.
Okay.
Oh, you got your slippers on.
Oh. Fucking hell.
Straight up on the deck. Nice. Alright, so now I just gotta chuck some sand under the bits, like a lot in that area.
Yeah, it's a bit...
I might take more out of this side, but I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, sand under it, bit of a tidy up, semi job done. Because I'll see all that, but yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful. This is what we're working with. So massive pile here of random rocks, some concrete in there as well. Frankie with a big stick. Good girl, darling. And then over that way, we've got some blocks. And then over that way, there's some concrete blocks. So I reckon I'll start here, get some stuff in the bottom. And then when I get the blocks and the concrete blocks, I'll be able to have them on top because they'll be the first ones that go down. So I'll start on this pile first. There's a lot there, but I'll see how much the trailer handles by looking at what the pressure in the wheels are doing, and then might be a few trips or whatever. But yeah, crack into this. End up getting a few of those blocks to start the bottom of our wall with, and then I fill the trailer up with the rest of random rocks and stone and whatever. So the aim is to dig about 15 centimeters deep, get the concrete cuts in the ground, somewhat pretty level, and then start picking at rock and whatnot through, and then just stacking it up and just leaning it against, like, you know, falling it that way. So that way. So we're gonna hook into that now. Frankie's ready for the shovel again, of course. That's what we're working with for now. So I'm literally just like going through all the rock, seeing which one works best with the placings. And then what I'll do later is I will come through with some sandstone, because some of this rock is like proper rock. Yeah, I'll come through later and then just like chisel some rock and then just like feed it into the gaps through there. because of this is all just like laying around, none of it's bloody perfect and flat. What do you think, bud? New wall. So I'm just having to make do. It'd be nice, obviously, if it was all like that for dry stacking, because then you can literally just like run it flat across each other. But this is all the kind of stuff we got at the back, so yeah. And the thing is with this wall, I'm actually not too concerned with it ever really falling. There's a lot of root in it. It's been here for a long time, so I don't think it will want to come. This is obviously going to help it a lot. So yeah, so I'll show you what I'm doing with this one. I think I've got 5 more blocks that will go as a base. Got 2 of you here, hey? So now fill in the backs and the fronts with the sand that I've dug out. And along the back, just want to put in these smaller rocks, just so then it's more locked in together. Like you got to sort of push in towards this way, fills in the spots. And like I said before, I'll go through with some real fine gravel and put it back through here. But again, we're leaning the wall that way, should lock it in pretty nice. And I got faith in the bank holding together. And to be honest, may even try and plant some stuff through the top here later so it can root down into the wall. Nearly finished. Gonna come to here, into the shed, and then there's some blocks up the back, and I'll use the blocks along here, I reckon, because that doesn't really matter as much. Barking out. April's probably home. And then, like I said before, backfill a little bit of gravel, and then I reckon I'll go around and just plug some bigger holes, but I'm pretty happy with that. And I think it really suits the old natural look of the house. Don't know if it's hard to see with the shadow, but yeah, cooking. All right, I'm done with the wall. It's bloody sunny again, which is really nice. So I'm pretty happy about that. As you just saw how the process was, I've now just started on this block wall through there, but that's a little later date and another video to come, no doubt. So yeah, sorted.